Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to Tekkit Lite Crash Course. It's been a couple weeks since I could actually record, though I have been playing. I've been doing things that are fairly productive, make some upgrades to my suit. I'm going to show you what I've done. First, I've got this little mob spawner arena thing surrounded by grinders, so all this space mobs can spawn into, and pretty much as soon as they do, the grinders, well, grind them up, send their essence over here to a tank, and all their items into my item collection. Cool stuff. I do have another one of these set up over a zombie spawner. It's much more consistent than this setup, but, you know, I'm over here a lot more often than I'm over there, so stuff's more likely to spawn in that space instead of over there. So that's one thing. Another thing I've done, as I said, I've made some upgrades to my modular power suit. As you can see, I'm flying a lot more easily. I finally have my jetpack. I'll actually open up the table here. See, I got my jetpack. Cost me 4 ion thrusters. I basically added the recipes to my ME system and had it produce them for me, because I was taking too long to do it on my own. I've got it at full thrust. I guess half thrust would probably be enough, but I really don't care. Other things I've done, let's see. I know I've added the railgun and melee assist to this. The railgun is, by the way, awesome. Basically, it's a projectile, but it doesn't actually produce a projectile. It's kind of unusual. If at full power, it will kill pretty much anything in a single shot, which is nice. But it also launches you backwards. Allow me to demonstrate. Pew! I guess it does produce a little projectile. It's got some particles there. But the nice thing about this is that, much like the laser, and unlike other projectiles, it can hit Endermen, which is incredibly handy. So you look at them, you shoot them, they make the noise, but you don't have to worry about them coming after you. It's really nice. Also added the kinetic generator to my legs, swim boost, so basically I'm going to be moving around a lot more easily, which will be nice. I'm also running a little experiment when I finally do move on to the new Tekkit. Obviously, I won't have the luxury of the solar rays like I have out here, or even blue electric wind power, which I think I'm going to actually set up an array of that, because these still don't power my stuff at night, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, I've been running a little experiment down in the sub-basement. I have a bunch of magmatic, what is this thing called? Magma crucibles, sorry. Magma crucibles with redstone engines either side, so they're always running. Redstone engines cannot pump energy into these guys, or the redstone energy conduits. You actually, or even gold transport pipes. So you actually need to convert them into convert the energy into something else in order to make use of it. And right now I have 8 crucibles with 16 redstone engines downstairs, and it's not enough to power a single, knock the thing off the wall, not enough to power a single magmatic engine consistently. The pipe does in fact go down, so I'm going to tweak that a bit. Maybe we'll do something a bit more in-depth on it another time. What else have I done? I've added a 3rd story to this, because I will eventually be doing factorization. I'm going to need lots of space for that. And I also dug down into my basement underneath here, and lined it with the same sort of construction foam that I used before. Not sure what I'm going to do with that space yet. We'll find out. Is there anything else? I don't even know. Ah! Things no worky. Obviously I've had quarries going, scrapyards, things like that. I added this. Real simple redstone setup. I'm sure a lot of videos show you how to do that. I'll just quickly show you mine. Hop down underneath here. Basically same idea as other redstone setups, except with the red alloy wire. It just runs along the bottom of all the pistons. It's really nice. Did the same thing for pumpkins. That's the thing I did. Still haven't bothered expanding my village, or lighting it for that matter. What else is there? I did discover there's a command. I don't know if this is a Tekkit Lite thing or an admin thing or what, but if you hit F7, it will show you spaces that aren't brightly lit enough. Now, obviously right now it's daylight, nothing's going to spawn here, but if it were night, these would all be valid squares where things could spawn. That's how I figured out how to set up that spawn pit downstairs. And I think that's really pretty much it. There's a few upgrades, a little bit of expansion, not a whole heck of a lot, you know, just trying to keep it basic off the air so that I'm not leaving you guys in the dust. Speaking of not leaving you guys in the dust, let's do something neat. First, I'm going to go... Oh, I did do something else now that I recall. I'm going to run upstairs here real quick. Oh, I said it's sprint boost, so I sprint really fast. There's a walking boost aspect to it as well, but I did not do that because it used way too much energy, and I don't need to walk fast. Sprinting fast is fine by me. This little guy, I briefly touched on it in previous episode, but the level emitter, ME level emitter, basically how it works is that it senses what quantity you have of a specific item in your ME storage system. So right now I have it set to UU matter 4096. So as soon as 4096 UU matter appear in my ME system, it turns on a redstone signal, and this redstone signal is going into this guy. So once I have 4096 UU matter, this thing stops running, which is really handy so I don't have to keep switching it on and off, and it doesn't drain my power all the time, so I always have power available for my machines. And speaking of machines, remember how I said you could automate this guy, the assembly table, using the ME interface? You can do the same thing with these crafting table Mark IIs. Now, I didn't do an episode on crafting table Mark II, so let me go over it real quick. You can actually make it with a crafting table. I haven't gone over any recipes either. Whoops. Crafting table Mark II. There you are. No, there you are. Basically, 2 ways to make it. Either with transposers and other stuff, you know, the red power way, or with BuildCraft using an auto crafting table and a few other things. Gives you the automatic crafting table Mark II. And basically, how it works is that all recipe or the ingredients appear here. The recipe appears here, but this recipe isn't actually there. Like, these ingredients are just there as a layout, similar to the patterns for the ME assembly system. So you can lay out what you need in here, and even put like the breaking tools in here, like aluminium stones, hand saws, things like that, diamond draw plates. And granted, it is kind of limited what you can do with these because you can't put in more than one recipe. You can't put more than multiple recipes in here, but it does allow you to take advantage of like the aluminium stone's ability to create ender pearls. So if I need a bunch of ender pearls, like say I'm going to make a liquid transposer. Not liquid transposer, but liquid tesseract, I can do that. Hand saws, things like that. So good stuff. Basically, it has to be laid out like this. The interface has to be on a side, so it can drop ingredients into these slots, specifically the top slot for this side. And the import bus has to be on top, because all of the items that are crafted on these tables come out the top side. Now, you can actually rotate these tables using a screwdriver. I elected not to do that. Oh, got some zombie flesh there. Nice, nice, very nice. Yeah, it's running all the time now. It's sweet. But yeah, comes at the top. So anything comes out of here, goes back into the system, and of course shows up in the crafting recipe selection. Cool stuff. Now, I am actually going to need a bunch of these things. The ender pearls. I'm going to make a liquid tesseract real quick. I've got plenty of time, so I'll go ahead and cover a topic. Fancy that. Alright, got my supplementary items together for my setup. What I'm going to be making is called an auto spawner. The auto spawner, there we go, is another MFR block, Mine Factory Reloaded, that is. I know it's been a while. Which basically put a safari net into it, and it'll spawn using mob essence whatever is in said safari net. So I'm actually going to make a cow generator instead of just having the cow farm like I showed you in a previous episode. We need some plastic, emeralds, magma cream, sugar, and netherwort, and a machine block. I'm going to order that. Alright, that stuff's together. So it's machine block, sugar? No, sugar. Let me actually look this up. Sugar, nether, magma cream. Not sure why this ingredient layout makes sense, but there is our auto spawner. I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to go to this other outbuilding over here. You may have noticed. This is going to be sort of my my animals complex. When I start getting into the plant farm, I'm going to have a plant complex over there on the other pad. Neat stuff. Alright, so I forget how I wanted to lay this out. I think I wanted it like there-ish. Grab something to mark that out here and give it sand for some reason. Because I think it still spawns in a 5x5 area around where the spawner is placed. Similar to another spawner. If I can figure this out. Let's see. See, I already have a cow safari net. This guy over to here. Set this to send only or receive only? Did I set this properly? I don't even know. Oh, forgot to hit the checkbox. Let's try this again. There we go. Now it's getting mob essence. Spawn exact copy. Nah, we don't need exact copies. We just need cows. As soon as it's received enough. Something should happen. Receiving energy? Oh, that's right. I never set this one up. Private quarry channel set. Okay. There we go, and now we have a cow spawner, which is running amok. Holy crap. Okay, shut up. So yeah, that's the auto spawner. As you can see, very, very productive tool. I'm wondering if there might be a way to slow that down. Let me at least get a switch or a lever on that. Instead of like a pulsar or something. Alright, so I'll go and turn this guy back on. Gonna grab a grinder, my item tesseract, and hopefully recycle some of this mob essence I've produced. Alright, so once again, I have the goodies to go ahead and set up another grinder. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. The waterproof pipe. And another liquid tesseract. This one's going to be... Now I do have one set up already for mob essence in from that zombie grinder that I mentioned. It's going to be send only. Let's see. Let's get some redstone conduits going on. Whoops. Again, shift right click to remove redstone conduits, right click to reverse them. So that's getting energy. I don't know if I could do anything right. Yeesh. And let's get a thingamabob in here, some pipe. And my item tesseract. It's going to be send only to the quarry items channel. So anything that this grinds up goes to my quarry items channel. Cool stuff. Is this thing working? What am I doing wrong? Alright, there we go. Somehow my channels got a bit mixed up. And so now, this will automatically murderize any cows that are in its range. Which is probably shorten that fence a bit. I think it looks nicer this way. See if this can kill as quickly as that generates. So the grinder is a little bit slower than the spawner, but yeah, you get the idea. Now I have an infinite source of leather. Yay! How much have I gathered already? 23. I have 23 leather. Cool stuff. Die, Bessie. Don't look at me like that. So it may seem cruel and inhumane, but don't forget, this used to be zombies. And endermen. And spiders, too. So that is an episode. Next time, I don't know what I'm going to cover. Probably something else completely different. Hopefully I'll get to factorization. It's going to appear on this floor up here. Maybe I'll show you something fun you can do with these iron railings of a sort. But until that time, like and subscribe, leave questions in the comments below, or just comments if you like the series. And let me know how I'm doing. It'll make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. That's an episode. Have a nice day. You know what? I actually do have a little bit of extra time, so consider this bonus content. There's a little block that I learned about recently called a universal charger. It's part of the same mod as the power converters. Universal charger. Made with gold ingots, iron chest, or not iron chest, but iron chest, redstone. So I'm going to grab that stuff right quick as soon as I sleep. See, this is driving me nuts. All I want is to be able to access my stuff any time of the day. That's it. That's all. Is that so much to ask? Alright, grab 2 iron here. I really should have some of this stuff pre-made. Iron, nope, not iron, I need gold this time. Gold for gold. Like this. Get rid of some of the stuff I farmed last night playing with my my railgun. Good stuff. Pretty much free bullets, which is really nice. Let's see, iron, gold, a chest. Okay, I'm gonna have some of those sitting around. Oh, and redstone. Potato, give me these levers. Don't need. No, I'm gonna hold on to those pipes. I'll probably work with those a little later. Yeah, I'll go and whip one of these guys up. So I believe it was redstone, iron. Iron? Where'd that iron come from? Did I have that iron before? I just wasn't paying attention. Anyway, universal charger. Now, this universal charger, if I have read correctly, doesn't have an inventory of its own. As you can see, it just gives you the connection there. But if you take an inventory item, like say this handy dandy ender chest here, Yep, there we go. It now has a link. Anything you put in here will charge. Let me take my mining laser out here. Discharge it a bit. What's this thing set to? There we go. That'll drain it. Oh no, I've drained my mining laser. I can't use it anymore. Take it, put it here in this chest. And there it goes. Starts charging right up. Now, it is a bit slower, I'll grant, than the charging benches. But, I mean, if you're logging off, or if you just don't need a tool that often, it's pretty handy. But you're probably wondering, you know, why use an inner chest? Why not use the regular chest? Why not use a diamond chest? Something with a lot of inventory space. Because of that. Oh, I love this Ender Bond. Oh, just mod synergy, man. Mod synergy. Gotta love it. That's what I should have named this show. But too late now. It's already Crash Course. Yeah, cool stuff. Universal charger. Walk around, charge anything from anywhere. I can even charge my shoes. Which don't usually need to be charged because they charge when I walk. And I can run really fast. Yeah. Once again, that's an episode. Do the thing I said before with the liking and the subscribing and the creeping in the tall grass. Have a nice evening.